Hi everyone. This is Megan Muckerchin, Assistant Director of Curriculum. This presentation is to share with you our district's vision for supporting innovation in all of our learning environments. 4 years ago, I was hired full-time as the Instructional Technology Coordinator. This position had been a half-time position for a few years before that, but our district recognized a need and created this position. This is not a position that I knew about when I was in elementary school, middle school, high school, or even college. Today, I want to share with all of you in our community our district's vision for learning and innovation that will actually increase student access to innovation as well as literacy-rich informational resources. First, though, let's define innovation.
I used to hate the word innovative. See those quotation marks right there around the word? Those are actually air quotes that I would use to mock it. It's a buzzword, I would say. It's overused, I would point out, and it's true. The word innovation has a certain overly glossy, high-tech connotation to it. It makes me think of the Epcot Center, or the Astrodome, or the Flowbee, that true innovation in haircutting that combined a hair trimmer and a vacuum cleaner. Or it makes me think of Apple's decision to switch to wireless headphones when nobody was asking for it. But that's not innovation. That's novelty. That's disruption. That's change for the sake of change. But innovation is different. Innovation is what Lin-Manuel Miranda did with Hamilton and how he changed the musical genre. Innovation is Camden Yards and AT&T Ballpark boldly changing stadiums by looking backward in order to move forward. Innovation is that cancer treatment that didn't exist 5 years ago and now has the chance to save the life of someone you love. It's driven by a sense of purpose. It's what happens when you say, there's got to be a better way, and then you experiment and take creative risks to see what happens. I know the term might be trendy and maybe even overused, but I want to see students become innovators. I want to see them engage in divergent thinking as they find new routes to solve complex problems. I want to see them take creative risks and challenge the status quo. I want to see them dream up new possibilities and work through tons of iterations to reach success. I want them to be boldly and unabashedly different. In other words, I want to see them change the world. And that's what it means to be innovative.
Our district's vision is to attain excellence, learn with passion, and live with integrity in a changing world. The culture of innovation presented today provides a direct connection between the district vision and our strategic commitments to our entire learning community. Dr. Pearson shared the district's strategic commitment and goals this past summer. This school year, I have been working with teachers and administrators on our goal to increase access for students and staff to innovative instructional programs and resources that enhance learning through technology. At the beginning of the school year, a pre-K through 12 district committee was formed. This committee, called TIDE, for Technology, Innovation, and Digital Education, was charged with developing a district-wide vision for innovation. What do we believe as it relates to innovation across our district? Innovation doesn't necessarily have anything to do with technology, as the two words are not necessarily synonymous. Although technology allows us to accelerate and amplify the process if used in purposeful ways. It is about having a mindset toward continuously developing new and better ideas. The TIDE Committee agreed that in order to cultivate a culture of innovation, there are beliefs that as a district we need to adhere to. 1, like I said before, innovation is a mindset. It is not a tool or a piece of technology. Innovation is a way of thinking that creates something new and better. 2, our classrooms and schools provide learning environments and experiences that foster creativity, collaboration, communication, and critical thinking. And 3, all students, educators, and staff are learners. This vision will be our cornerstone beliefs as we move forward to create new and meaningful experiences for our students. So how do we accomplish this? How do we move from pockets of excellent innovation to a culture of innovation? Here are some areas we need to focus on as a district. Innovation needs to be embedded into every learning environment across our district. Moreover, we need facilitators to provide learning and empower our teachers to design innovative experiences. We also need to make sure we clearly communicate and model our district's vision for innovation. If we do not think of new ways that we can do things, then how will we ever move forward? Innovation is not about stuff, but more about a way of thinking. We live in a complex world that needs us not just to do what we've always done, but to look for new and better ways to solve problems to help those we serve. These are the characteristics of the innovator's mindset. This way of thinking is by far the biggest game changer in education. It will never be just technology that moves us forward. Inspiring a culture of innovation begins with staff supporting a process of innovation. Staff who are ready to empower students to learn through inquiry, creative thinking, and problem-solving opportunities. We will initiate an environment ripe for this through staffing recommendations for the upcoming school year. We are planning to start with secondary staff, as our building leaders are ready to support this process and in some cases have begun to lead this out. Next year, in working with our high school principals, we're recommending that East and North share a district librarian and hire 2 innovation specialists that will support students and teachers. At our middle schools, we have worked with building administration to recommend 1 LRC director for Redling and 1 LRC director for both Thompson campuses. In addition, our recommendation includes 2 innovation specialists who will work with the teachers in those buildings to support their new learning. We have received feedback from the LRC directors and the community that more conversation and support is needed for our elementary buildings to understand and facilitate innovation across the district at that level. Therefore, during the 2018-19 school year, we are recommending that each building will continue to have a full-time LRC director, and opportunities for professional learning related to innovative teaching practices will be provided. Though in order for our district to realize its strategic goal of providing innovative learning experiences for all learners, we need to be able to shift the structure to parallel the secondary structure. We understand the need for planning, so during the 2018-19 school year, we will deliberately begin to explore how a district librarian could meet the needs of elementary buildings. In order to accomplish this, we will be eliciting the support of at least one of our current LRC directors to focus some time in researching this possibility, and then sharing this information with the TIDE committee, who will assist the district administrative team with future recommendations. Here is a description of the major roles of the district librarian and innovation specialists. In general, the district librarian will organize the collection for maximum and effective use, model effective strategies for developing multiple literacies, and oversee district policies for content collection. The innovation specialist will build the capacity of staff to design innovative experiences for students, provide professional learning within buildings and district-wide, support new instructional technology and innovative initiatives, such as increased devices at 4th and 5th grade, an online social studies resource at the middle schools, and blended and online learning at the high schools. The innovative specialist will also promote and foster an innovative image of the district and design community experiences that promote innovation in and out of the classroom. In order to move further and support our elementary buildings, we will focus on professional learning with the elementary and middle school LRC directors on the research of current trends in library media practice and information technology, build their capacity to take a leadership role within the building, provide strategies and training for collaborating with teachers in order to design, plan, co-teach, and implement meaningful learning experiences that support the learning going on in the classroom. Finally, we will design and model innovative learning experiences for teachers and students. Next school year, the TIDE committee will shift from developing a vision for innovation to implementing and supporting the vision for innovation. In collaboration with the innovation specialists and the district librarians, the committee will elicit feedback from students and the community. We will host a parent advisory panel and a student advisory panel in order to get feedback, ask questions, and identify problems that need to be solved, as well as potential supports that must be considered. We will support community partnerships, such as incubator EDU coaches and internship sponsors. In order to ensure the continued success, we will develop ways to analyze and evaluate current innovative practices being implemented and provide updates to the Board of Education at our learning and teaching committee meetings. I've just presented a lot of changes. These changes are going to have a profoundly positive impact on our students. This step towards innovative practices will further support our commitment to college, career, and life readiness. It will target instructional technology and innovative design. As teachers want to create new experiences for their students, they will have a support system to coach them through design. Our LRCs are becoming more of a collaboration space, which support a process of connecting students to the greater community and world. Our students will be provided opportunities to participate in media production within these spaces, along with checking out books, conducting research, and actively engaging in inquiry-driven experiences that spark creativity and innovation. We have some schools in our district that are examples of how our spaces could be used in better ways that promote literacy and innovation. Finally, it will support our digital initiatives that I mentioned before. I'm coming back full circle. A lot of people hear innovation and think technology. Although we're providing more access to devices across our district, we know that it's the experiences we're designing, the ways that students interact with information, and how we empower our teachers and students to aspire to excellence and join the ranks of districts all across the country who have shifted their structures and practice to support innovative thinking, learning, and experiences for students.